shiny new part has arrived from Electrex World. Actually came the next day, including the postage, which was a fiver. 20 quid, well, £20 and 40 pence. Now they don't list one for the Pegaso, but this is exactly the same style. Get it out of the bag, Jim. Exactly the same style, and they list it on the Electrex website as a Honda 12 volt solenoid. It is exactly the same as the one that's come off, and it's got a year's guarantee. So you know, if it decides to chooch itself, we'll get in touch, and I'm sure they'll replace it. Also, what I've ordered some aircraft grade lock nuts, which don't have a nylon insert. They have a metal. They're sort of pinned over. The threads are rolled by the looks of it, and I'm going to put a locking nut there as well. So we're going to tighten it up, and then I'm going to put a lock nut on afterwards as well, just to prevent it from coming undone. Because obviously as it comes undone, it forms a bad connection. A bad connection then causes resistance. Resistance causes heat. These get very hot and either burn the windings out or shit themselves in some other way. So yeah, I'll fit that. I'll bring it back. I'm just going to test fit it for now and see if it goes ka-chunk, 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 which I'm sure it will. And then the lock nuts should come today. And also I've ordered some liquid electrical tape, and then I'll paint over it with electrical tape just to stop any sort of unwanted grounding issues, which there shouldn't be any anyway, because it hangs in its little hanger. Right, I'll get on with that. Penis. Fixed.
A few moments later.
Right, it's Saturday afternoon. It's around 4:30. Not that that's impotent. But the solenoid, as you know, came. I've bolted it in. What I've got to do now, I'm going to put some lock nuts on there. I did notice the other solenoid, which I took off, which is around here somewhere, looks pretty much exactly the same as the one I bought from Electrex. Now, I bought this one from Wemoto, and the solenoid is actually buggered. I've put power to the wire and there is no clickage. So it's basically stuck open or closed, which is supposed to be open, wouldn't it, if there's no bridging? So yeah, that's scrap. Now Wemoto do list if it's Electrex World products, because they sell them. You know, if you want a stator or a rectifier, if one's made by Electrex, it will say Electrex next to it. This didn't, so I ordered that one direct from Electrex World. Came the next day. So what I'm going to do now is refit the tank, and obviously I'm going to put some lock nuts on first, but I think if it's going to be like that, possibly, you know, once a month, something like that, or whenever, say when I'm doing the weekly checks on the bike. Do you, Jim? Do you really? Yes, unbelievably I do. Is, for the sake of it, whip the tank off and just check the bolts. The only other option I actually thought of doing, which would be quite groovy, is that when this is in situ, yes, you can feel it. You can feel the wire up, and you can actually get to it. You can actually feel it, but you can't do anything. The only other option was, what if I made up some custom cables, some custom motorcycle battery cables, which are, the kits are available, and put a mechanical temporary switch in. Do you follow? Because all the solenoid's doing, when it gets a command from startification button, it opens the contact, or closes it rather, and then allows the current to go from battery, this side is always live, to starter motor, and it's a momentary switch, you know, that's it. But a mechanical switch would also do that, and how you would do that is you would do away with the solenoid, get a switch with two nice big chunky terminals, and then you could just go, but you've got to bear in mind it is live all the time. Who's this? Bracken, who's this? Who's this little doggy? Who's this little doggy? Hello, little doggy, say hello. That's it, good boy. Are you a good lad? You are, aren't you? Mostly. Good boy. Yeah. He's beautiful. I cannot believe in my fart of hearts that anybody would abandon an animal, let alone a dog as lovely as he has become. He was found furless on an abandoned traveller site. You know, they breed lurchers for coursing and stuff like that, and if they're not up to the job or they're not quick enough, they either get abandoned or they do away with them. It's just their way of doing things. Cunts. He's seen a bee. But I can't believe he's too slow, because if you see him bolt after anything, he's lightning fast. Anyway, he's a joy. So yes, that's my thought. A mechanical switch, which would look uber cool, and you could actually turn the bike over without the ignition on. It wouldn't start, but you could actually turn it over. For instance, if it's been laid up for a while and you want to build up some oil pressure, you can do that. A lot of Japanese bikes you can do that. It will spin the bike over with the kill switch off for you to build oil pressure, and then when it's spinning you go dunk, and with any luck it will go bum, 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 bum. So anyway, enough waffle, and let's get this back together then, shall we? Let's try and do one of those really stupid arty farty finger clicks. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fortunately, the battery has discharged a little bit, so I'm giving it a wee top up. I'll leave it on for a few hours, see what it's like. It's not catching, and it's causing the sprag clutch to slip, which when it does, goes with an almighty bang, which is, you know, normal. So yes, I'm also going to have the plug out and clean the plug, just in case it got flooded. Turn the fuel off. Anyway, the tank's on. I haven't bolted it on. Haven't bolted it in yet. But yes, I think I'll leave that one here. Goodbye. Cauliflower cheese. The housing on the other GoPro has shit itself. I have noticed on eBay though you can get machined alloy ones, which may be a better bet. But I think I'm just going to have to glue it for now. Bugger.